up, guys? Dutch Beak here from the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Changed up my quarantine room. Pretty good location up here. So it's been a while. I know it's been a few days since I've done this, and it's because it's hard to come up with content during this time. It's hard to do fresh, original content. Everybody seems to be pulling out the historical stuff, this, that, and I like to be original and try to do original things. And that's when it's been hard. That's what's been hard right now. But yeah, first of all, I hope everyone's staying safe, staying clean, and, doing everything they can, staying at home for this virus to stop spreading, and we could all eventually, go back and live our normal lives. But, so I was thinking about what idea can I do during this time now, And it was hard to come up with something until I was bored earlier today and I went on the PFN Draft Network. The PFN Draft Simulator. PFN is like a football blog website, kind of like the 5 Reasons Sports Network, but strictly for the NFL. They have podcasts, they have everything, great content over there. And they just came out with this new draft simulator, very realistic simulator where you can make realistic trades, which I love. So I was playing around with that. And for people that know me, know my stance on the Dolphins, I want them to get Tua at 5. I have some criticism, get some criticism from my friends, but I'm all in Tua at 5. That's what I want. So I'm on this simulator here, and Tua gets drafted at 4, right? So I do the drafts. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me play with the trade thing, and I decide to trade with the Chargers, who pick 7th, I believe, or 6th. They picked 6th, and I traded 6 and 6. I traded 5 as the Dolphins for 6 and the 71st pick of the draft, and I went with Okaduba. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Honestly, I'm not an expert, and I'm bad at pronouncing names. But I went with a cornerback, and I went cornerback. Then I went Delpit, and I went AJ Espinosa in for my 3 first-round picks. I went and took Jalen Hurts in the 3rd round. He fell all the way down to the 3rd round, and I don't think a trade down is the worst case scenario for the Dolphins. I don't like a trade up. I don't like the idea of giving up your first round picks to go get Joe Burrow. That to me, no, I don't want that. My favorite scenario was it's just staying at 5, hoping Tua falls, and if not, you're playing the board. But in this scenario, your guy was taken, and so I traded back, got a corner, whatever, got an extra pick in the draft, and I think that's a good model the Dolphins could use, is to pick up a later pick and maybe not go get that quarterback this season, or you can take Hurts in the 3rd round, have him compete with Vitzi and Rosen, and maybe you hit something on there, and then you try again for your quarterback next year with 2 first-round picks. So I've kind of been more accepting to this trade down way. I've thought about maybe, Oakland has been rumored to go 5. Oakland has been rumored to take a quarterback. So I've been thinking, maybe you can trade 5 and pick up 2 extra first-round picks in this year's draft. All these different scenarios where not necessarily the Dolphins sit there at 5 and take their quarterback, maybe go back and take Love at 12, or, Herbert if he falls there. But anyway, yeah, so I did that way, and I really liked the way that draft came out. And I'm gonna put a screenshot of the draft that I did at the end of this video. I tweeted it out on my account at DutchBeak. And yeah, and another topic I wanted to talk about here is I had this crazy idea while I was doing all this, is what if the Dolphins called up Houston and told them, we'll give you back all your picks and you can choose one more draft pick, hopefully like a second rounder, in exchange for Deshaun Watson. There's been rumors about Deshaun Watson wanting out. The Dolphins, obviously he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm not 100% for it to give up a bunch of assets because people are saying, take 3-4 first round picks. Hell no. For me, I'm not giving up those many picks to get Deshaun Watson. But I thought it was an interesting idea to have Houston, because you kind of have leverage over Houston in this scenario because you have their draft picks. So I like the idea of calling Houston, seeing if they have interest in moving Deshaun Watson, have interest in seeing if they want their draft picks back, and then work from there. Two firsts and 2 seconds for Deshaun probably doesn't get it done, but if that's what it starts at, maybe the Dolphins can pull the trigger on that, and then you got an elite young quarterback. But like I said, my first scenario is just stay at 5. Hopefully Tua or Herbert, if you fall in love with Herbert, or if you fall in love with Love, is there at 5 for you to take. If not, play the board or trade down. Just keep on accumulating picks. Maybe pick up another first round pick next year. Instead of having 3 this year, you have 3 next year. Who knows? I just want to talk a little draft strategy there. And I want to know what you guys prefer with the Dolphins doing with their 3 first round picks. I want you guys to tweet me mock drafts if you've done it. That'd be a cool idea if we all share our mock drafts. You can do it at PFN and thedraftnetwork.com. Anyway, that was another I Got Nothing. My name's Dutch Beak as always, and see you next time.